Hello, everyone. Hi, Sora. How are you doing today? Today, we're back on the case. Someone got murdered. Oh, I just realized something. Is that a fedora? It is indeed. We're a detective today, so we gotta be fancy. We're wearing our detective glasses and detective hat. So, yes. I got this on, I think it's a clip art. I think that's where I got it. Yeah, it is. It's a clip art, but it actually looked pretty good, so. It's our hat. Let me just, boop. There we go. I solved the problem I was looking to fix. But hello, everyone. How are you today? I hope you're doing good, Sora. We are going to be doing more mysteries. So, where we ended off, somebody got murdered. I think her name was Elizabeth? She was acting really weird. She really wanted us to drink alcohol with her. We weren't about that, because it seemed very suspicious. And now she's dead.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Huh?
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as...
Oh, okay. This is summing up last time, I guess.
Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
How is your mom not dead? We're trying to find her mom.
Sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
Okay, this is kind of summing up.
Lord Mortimer assured me that you
She looks so bad. Yeah, she's kind of missing a hand. She kind of needs a hand.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs.
Minister.
And Jacques Peroux, French
Peroux.
Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Yeah, that's who was dead.
I am arresting you for the
So this is kind of summing up what happened. So Elizabeth, okay, I was right. It was Elizabeth. Elizabeth Adams was who died. What's this? Thoughts on men in society. Thoughts on art. All right, let us proceed. So, last we heard is she got murdered. And that was it.
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet. Do you mind if I...
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna toy around with the options. Or actually, how's the sound? Is the game too loud or too quiet? I can't tell. I can't tell. You know what? We're gonna leave it for now. But we are gonna finish episode 2, and then that'll be it for this stream. And then we will do episode 3 next week.
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly.
Sounds good? Okay, thank you.
Seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother.
Well, I don't even fucking know where she is.
Horrific violence occurred during the night. And I do not know if this is linked to the disappearance of Sarah.
It could be. A link with my mother?
If there's a possible link to my mother, I hope you'll let me know.
In the early hours of the morning, Elizabeth Adams was found
Jesus,
dead
a
in her room,
knife!
savagely
This
mutilated
knife?
with a knife.
I hope not.
I'll get straight to the point, Louis. According to the initial elements at my disposal, you were the last person to see her alive.
Oh,
Yes, last night we, Do you suspect me?
I want you to tell me everything that happened last night.
it wasn't
and
me.
leave
I
nothing
swear.
out.
I swear.
Tell
I'm not
me,
holding the murder weapon or
How did the
anything.
evening begin?
No, we actually didn't do it. I was
Duchess Hillsborough and I were returning to our rooms when Elizabeth came up to us.
Yeah, that's what happened.
She was in a state of panic and insisted that she needed to speak to me. She said she feared for her life.
Yeah, that's right.
I took my leave of the Duchess and
The
followed
Duchess wanted us
Elizabeth
to
to
be in
her
her room with her.
Continue.
She insisted we have a drink, without which she refused to confide anything.
What exactly did she want to speak about?
I don't know. She thought she'd seen my mother. About her childhood with my mother. Well, she said both, but...
She claimed she saw my mother the previous evening on the cliff. If
Yeah, I remember.
Correctly.
Interesting. I will send someone as soon as possible.
Yeah. I want to find my
But
mom.
do go on.
I refused to go on drinking with her. She already seemed drunk and her conversation
Yeah,
became
it was
confused.
very strange.
So, then she ordered me to get out. If only I'd stayed.
Don't blame yourself, Louis. How could you have known?
Who would have
But
killed
thank
her?
you for this new information.
Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But
What?
the case cannot remain unaddressed.
Let him finish.
I must reassure my guests, and justice will be done. And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Are you
So why
asking
is
me
that?
to help
You met
cover?
Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you.
Yeah.
Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this
Of
murder.
course I
I
will.
refuse
I'm
to
a
believe that
detective.
one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you.
What if it's
You
him?
have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Can you
Of
count
course.
on
How
the
would you like me
master
to proceed?
detective?
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Okay. Are there any
Do
suspects?
you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi. So I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur
Can you,
Bonaparte
though?
and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired.
And
went up to
Washington
bed.
was acting weird because he was like, "Oh, I thought she was dead" or
Can you
something.
tell me anything else about what
Ow!
happened?
Hi, Alien.
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get
How
over
are
there
you?
and form your own opinion.
Okay.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Let us inspect
you,
the
Louis.
murder
Now,
scene.
once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings.
No.
I'll be waiting.
He did the murder, probably.
And
Who
Louis.
knows?
You've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
I get to snoop? Hell yeah. Let's snoop in everyone's rooms and rifle through their drawers. But how are you doing today, Alien? We're a detective. Someone got murdered last time, so we are onward to try and figure out who did it. Because it could be anyone in the house. So we get to explore everyone's rooms, so that's good for us. We gotta investigate. Can I walk a little faster? Oh, I can. Okay. Yo, whose room is this? You said I could explore anybody's room. This. What about this room? So much for anybody's.
Monsieur Johann van Wunder.
Oh, do I have to go to Elizabeth's room first? Is that why? I think so. I think so. Knock knock! What the fuck? That's a fire hazard. Nobody put out those candles? Like, boy! Oh, okay, her dead body's still there. Oh, boy! Okay. Dead body, dead body. Let's look at her dead body. Dead body! What are those tattoos? Oh my god. Scary. She got stabbed. How many times did she get stabbed? Is that 4 stab wounds? Examine the upper body.
I count no fewer than
9 stab
wounds
wounds!
on the thorax with a lot of blood. At first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Yeah, no shit! Observe the
It looks
wounds.
as though the wounds were inflicted from a precise angle, as if the murderer was standing behind Elizabeth.
Oh, that's important. Behind her. Examine the tattoos.
Some of these tattoos are veritable works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different.
Huh?
Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin.
What the fuck?
Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by, it's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
Oh, that's gruesome. Feel bad for her. Return to the body. Let's examine her
There are
arm.
numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise.
That's
Also, a number
true.
of old scars.
Oh. Yeah, she did say like her mom was meaning of scarring.
People who scar themselves in this way generally
Oh
consider releasing psychological
no!
suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
No! Elizabeth! Return to body. Examine head. Ugh.
I see no sign of bruising on the skull.
No.
The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth, she must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture.
Yeah, that really is.
She also has old scars around the neck. Maybe mutilations.
Examine her nose.
She bled from the nose.
Observe the
There's signs
bleed.
of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising.
Choice already made. Choice already made. Return to the head. Mouth.
What a strange smell.
Stinky breath! Okay, return to body. How about
No
hands?
wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol.
Blood on a hand?
No
Observe.
marks or bruising around the wrists. It doesn't look like she was tied up or held by force.
Huh. Examine the legs.
Blood, but no trace of blows on the legs.
Blood streaks.
The direction of the blood streaks caused by the wounds to the thorax show that she was standing when she lost blood. This proves that she was standing when she was assassinated. Possibly
Yeah, no
holding
shit!
Something.
So someone was behind her, but how'd they keep her quiet? Is the thing.
More tattoos, similar to those on the rest of her body.
Okay, we examined arm, we examined upper body, hands. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna get from her corpse. But how did they keep her quiet is the other thing. Oh, hello? Oh, that's the murder weapon. Analyze.
The handprint on the handle is really small. I can't imagine a man with a hand that size. It must be from a woman's hand.
Oh, so a woman murdered her. Woo! Oh, hi. Hi. How are you doing? And yes, apparently I guess.
Over a bottle of wine.
Not smell it. It's what? Wait, what? Did I get drunk off of sniffing the alcohol? I got drunk off of sniffing the alcohol.
Same thing Elizabeth served me last night. Still just as disgusting.
Bro, what? How did I
I
get
don't know what's happened
drunk?
with this wine, but It's undrinkable.
Bro, I must be able— wait, how do I get rid of the stats? Oh, I see. Okay, I'm stupid. Like, lightweight as fuck.
Poor girl bled to death.
Yeah, no shit. 9 stab wounds will do that to you, Louis.
Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15.
Oh, big
Where's
feet.
a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
Oh, footprinties. Oh, there's a pillow here. Is that what they used to keep her quiet? Because, like, how did she stay quiet when she was getting stabbed 9 times? Maybe she was that intoxicated.
Clock stopped at 3:54.
3:54 is when it happened?
Then I've just established the time of the crime.
Aha! So 3:54 in the morning is when she was murdered. That's very useful to know.
A pentagram? What the hell's been going on here?
What's the connection with
I wonder if Elizabeth's death has anything at all to do with this pentagram.
Yeah.
If the ritual went wrong and degenerated, Elizabeth would probably have been killed in the center of the pentagram, not 3 meters from here. That's strange. A pentagram.
So it
What
has
the hell's been going on here?
nothing to do with her death.
Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual?
No. Then she would have been killed in it, like you were saying. Wait, what's over here? Oh, I can't pick it up. What are these?
Vials of laudanum.
Take a look.
The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America.
Wait, what was
I
laudanum
wonder
good
if
for?
Washington's involved.
Oh, America, that's right. America. Wait. There's a hole in the wall.
Blood spatter indicates
Blood?
that the murderer must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
So someone's strong. And by the angle of the stab wounds, I said someone must have been holding her from behind. Is there anything else? Oh, what's over here? Over here.
Huh. The talisman that I gave back to
Oh
Elizabeth.
yeah, the talisman!
Can't exactly say it brought her good luck.
God damn it, Louis! Not now! A murder has happened!
A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages.
Oh, I can't.
Not too easy to work out.
Oh, I can't read it. Are you kidding me?
A novel of the initiation of a young woman, June 11th,
Okay.
1791.
Oh wait,
My
I don't
dear
have to read it.
Your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
Rip. So we still need to— wait, what's over here? Is that a gun? Hey! Hi,
Fairly new,
Deadpool, how
I'd
are
say.
you?
And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
Gun! It wasn't used. Check inside the barrel.
Extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean.
Yeah.
It isn't loaded, and well, there's no traces of gunshot residue.
That's good to hear.
I'd conclude that it hasn't been
I'm not
used
stinky
recently.
though. Yeah, obviously we would have heard it. Observe the grip.
There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there.
Considering it wasn't used.
A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France.
France?
Right. I shall have to find its owner.
France. Hi, boss. How are you doing? Thank you for the head pats. We're solving a murder. Ooh.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk.
Silk?
By the texture
Oh, hi,
and gray
Zager. How are
hue,
you
it must
doing?
come
Oh my
from
god, it's a party.
A dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
Let's see what it reminds me
doesn't
of.
correspond to Emily's black outfits, and Elizabeth doesn't have anything quite like this in her wardrobe.
My mother?
Let's take a closer look. It's a little dirty.
And how dare you, Odd?
Must
How
come
are you
from the
doing?
bottom of the dress where it touches the ground. I recognize that moire pattern. It's the same as the travel dress my mother was
It
wearing
is
when
my
she left.
mom!
But why the hell did she come into this room?
My mom committed the murder. Rip. But I'm doing pretty good, Zager. Or not Zager. Boss. Boss was asking earlier, but yeah, I'm good, doing good as well. And I'm glad to hear you're doing good. And hello, Odd, how are you doing? We're solving a murder. That lady over there's murder. She was murdered last night in the cover of the night. And my mama may have done it. My mama may have committed the murder. But it had to be someone with bigger feet. Maybe there was a few people in the murder. Maybe it was like more than one person. We already had to determine the time.
The clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Yeah, we already did that. Can I ask him? Wait, there's something over here.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news.
Oh?
We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country.
Okay.
Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams.
I think
Yes.
it might have been a few
Don't hold
people.
it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you will be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Because it could have been my mom, but it has to be someone else too. My mom was in this room at some point in the night, because that was part of her dress.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
I don't have that key. But like,
Has finished with this room?
who has
Do you
made?
know who could have made such a mess of this room?
Miss Adams, sir. We were given orders to leave the room as it was, so as not to rush her.
Did she have a fight with someone to get the room into this state?
Yeah.
Not that I know of, sir. Miss Adams would sometimes throw a tantrum, during which she would destroy anything that came to hand. Lord Mortimer told us not to enter the room.
Thanks for that information.
You are welcome, sir. Has finished with this room?
I guess
I know
so.
enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be.
Okay, so I
shall
can.
guard the door.
Thank you, unless you committed the murder! But now we can explore other people's rooms. Or we can talk to him.
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
Yeah, why next?
No, nothing special.
Very suspicious.
You ought to go back to your room, as Lord Mortimer asked you to.
And may I know why you yourself are not in your quarters?
For very sad reasons, sir, which only concern Lord Mortimer, the only person I'm accountable to.
Look at you. The new right-hand man.
Yeah, that's
see.
very
I
odd.
shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
Yeah, why are you beside the crime scene? But I'm not gonna tell him anything right now. I need to keep that information to myself. That's very suspicious. Now to investigate whoever's this room is. Oh my god, what a nice... Oh my god, wait, this is George Washington's room. What a fucking nice room! Piano! Oh no, wait, that's not... That's not a piano!
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
Well, I can't decipher it.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you.
I thought it was a piano
It
when I
is
got so
time that
happy.
the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire.
George
I
is a
know
little sus
your new
too.
country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
William. We'll talk to George in a little. I want to explore his room. So I think it was a few
Map
people.
of Vermont.
Vermont. Why specifically Vermont? Look at his fancy ass room. What the fuck?
Portrait of George Washington.
He looks nothing like that. Oh, I already have a lot of royal jelly. Okay, I don't see anything of use in his room. At all. So I may just need to talk- Oh, what's over here? Oh, I can unlock it. I don't think there is much in his room. Talk to him.
Greetings, Louis.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord
Yeah.
Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
Yeah, why'd you leave at midnight?
How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know, Mr. President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
Is it you? He looks like he's grieving.
Are you all right, Mr. President? Are you feeling all right?
Oh, don't worry. It's this rotten toothache. What do you expect? I'm no spring chicken now.
So he's not grieving. Had he
Tell me,
spoken to her?
Mr. President, had you spoken to
Yeah,
Elizabeth
because he was
since her
saying stuff
arrival?
like, she should
You know
be
her father.
alive.
You thought she was dead.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known that her days were numbered.
Okay, so far so good. This.
Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes, she came to ask me for some.
I thought
She
you
had finished her
didn't
visit
talk
about
to
me.
her. Yeah, because I asked him. I'm like, did you talk to her since her arrival? And he said no. I didn't talk to her at all. I thought she was dead. But... Okay, that's a little sus.
Did she tell you why she was so desperate to get some, Mr. President?
She said she had terrible migraines that...
Yeah, I
wouldn't
thought
go
you didn't
away.
talk to her,
More
man.
likely for the voices she heard, not the migraines.
Do you know if she had any enemies? Do you know why she was here? Speaking about the... No.
Do you know if she had any enemies?
Like,
Mr.
that's
President?
very suspect.
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Peru,
Hello.
but that case was closed if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened.
Yeah,
Should
Washington.
I go and question your fellow countrymen?
Don't worry.
Cracking
Countryman
open a
or not,
cold one as
I'm
we
not letting
solve this
anybody slip
case.
through the cracks.
Hi, Missy, how are you? We're detectiving. We're questioning George Washington if he murdered somebody.
Do you know why she came to the island?
To get help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Indeed. Sir Gregory suggested to her father
We're in our
that he
detective
introduce her to
getup.
Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her.
Okay. Why invite her now, then?
It would appear that she wasn't invited to the conference.
That doesn't surprise me. The poor girl was in no way concerned by our business, and she had no political clout.
She didn't have that clout.
I don't understand why Sir Gregory invited her during the conference of his good friend Lord Mortimer. He must have realized that he wouldn't have much time to grant her. Preparing a conference does not seem an easy task. On the evening of our arrival, Lord Mortimer didn't even welcome us, what with his being so busy and all.
Yes, you're right, Louis. I didn't think of that. It is rather surprising.
It's just an art style. That's all I chalk it up as. I think it's meant to be like a little slightly unpleasant. Like, I know there's a lot of shows and stuff that do it to make it slightly like unpleasant. I think the art style is growing on me. Okay.
Mr. President, we found a footprint at the scene of the crime.
Not a dress shoe, I hope. That's all I wear.
No, rest assured. It looks like the print of a big ankle boot. A large size, I'd say.
Perfect. That should help you, Louis. It's a clue.
Bruh, Louis is always high as fuck. Look at this man. Okay, so I think we got all we need out of Washington. I still don't like that he contradicted himself, but I think that's an error of like translation maybe? Translation error? Hopefully. Now to snoop through everyone else's rooms. Who is this? Oh, I can't enter that room. Add an eyeball will do. I need an extra eyeball to see this mystery and how it shall be solved. I hate how big they start. You know what? Put it right there. Nah. Eyeball on hat. Eyeball on hat. Oh, no, get on the hat. There we go. There we go. Wait, no. Press the game. Alright. We're back. Whose room is this? Pelagi. Wait, I can't enter Pelagi's room. Are you kidding me? Oh, I guess like he said they aren't on the lists. Because he was with them all night. I guess. I guess they're not sus because they were with him the entire night. Unless all three of them did it. Wait, what?
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Wait, I can't search Godoy. Who the fuck's rooms can I search then? Hello? Whose room's this?
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
Oh, this is Emily's room. I see, okay.
Tending children at the orphanage in Harlem. I find it a little hard to understand this painting choice.
Very interesting. Okay, yeah, this is Emily's room. We didn't see, she invited us to her room, and then that was about it.
Dear E. I received your last letter.
Oh, is he her helper?
The Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver.
Okay.
Keep me abreast of events.
Abreast?
The mission is becoming more complicated.
I've never heard that term.
T.S.
But
The
I'm
French
dumb.
chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here.
She's been looking into Sarah too. Okay. Very interesting. Oh,
The
hello.
Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds, painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband.
Oh, is that the thinker?
Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
Hello, Emily.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
Oh, sheesh.
Indeed, some powerful backers.
He does.
Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I
Oh, am
wager
I
he'll
reading the
recover from
letter?
this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Okay. Duchess, you can inform King George of the Holy Father's backing. We shall assist you in finds. Hierarchy. Oh. Very intriguing.
Queen Charlotte. All the royal family of England is there from what I can tell.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15
years ago?
Madam, I shall never thank you
Emily's
enough
room's
for all
very
your care and
interesting.
attention. I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you
Ow!
have any request of me, you only need ask.
Hi,
With
Noble
regards
Kill.
to
It's
my
been a
son
long
William,
time. How
I
are
shall never thank you
you?
enough for looking after him. You know the latter's
I
preferences.
hope you're
and
good.
You will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough,
We're playing a
carry out
mystery
this
game.
task
We're
and
solving a
meet with you
murder.
within 6 months.
Hope you're doing good
From
today.
then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham.
Count of Chatham. Wait, what's this? Search your underwear drawer.
The Devil's Thorn, to be used to uncover the best
Hey,
disguised
Devil's
traits.
Sword. Totally what I was searching for. What's in this? You're fine, just not really active on Twitch. That is very fair. I feel that sometimes, but I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. Let's talk to Emily.
What can I do for you, Louis?
Thank you for the head
I've
pat.
come to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful.
How
I didn't know her well.
awful.
But I
How
hope at least the poor thing didn't
awful.
suffer too much.
And I've been doing pretty good, as you can tell. I got my live 2D and debuted, looking mighty cute. She is indeed.
Death came quickly. You can be assured of that.
If such a senseless act can
Exploited
happen here,
vulnerability.
then none of us is truly safe anyway. Lord Mortimer must be mortified that one of his guests could have committed such an act, don't you think?
He is indeed very upset about it.
He didn't
It's
seem
only
too
natural after
upset.
such a violent murder.
Violent? What do you mean?
Don't
Elizabeth
tell her.
was stabbed 9
Wait, why
times.
are we telling her?
God, Louis.
Why
How
are we
awful.
telling her?
The murderer must have had a serious grudge against her to set upon her like that. It must have been a crime of passion. Do you know what happened exactly?
No.
In fact, Lord Mortimer.
Why are we
had
just
asked me
telling her?
in this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
No, don't tell her anything. Oh no, I can't. Where were you last night?
I'm now interviewing all the guests to establish the alibis for each person. Just so that I can cross you off the list of suspects, can you tell me what you were doing on the
Oh wait,
night
no,
of the
she was
murder?
in my room waiting
Am I
for me.
given to understand that I'm on the list of suspects?
Don't take it the wrong way, but I must consider every possibility.
Well, if you absolutely wanted to be sure of my activities that evening, you only had to join me, you know.
I know, Emily. Especially
Yeah,
since I
that's
couldn't
right.
predict
She
the murder,
invited us
even
to
though I spent
join
part
her
of the
in my
evening with Elizabeth.
room.
You're sure it's not too hard to bear?
I should have joined her.
The fact is, I don't have a choice. But I will find the murderer. I owe Elizabeth that, at least.
What was your relationship with Elizabeth?
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
Yeah, because I'm curious.
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her.
Okay.
She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
You know, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. How about the piece of fabric?
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis, do you realize what this means?
It's a murder.
If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth,
then someone in the mansion murdered her.
I don't have any grey silk dresses, Louis.
Yeah, I know. You wear is black.
Since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
So the clothing seems to match up with my mom.
Know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Wait, I didn't tell you. Okay, no, I guess she just assumed.
I hear you were in discussions with the Holy See.
Oh, either His Eminence can't keep his tongue from wagging, or you've been poking your nose where you shouldn't, sir.
Even so, Emily, you're raising a royalist army. That's no small matter.
And you are straying from the subject. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me?
No, I guess that's fine. Hold up, why didn't you tell her to join you in your room? Because, okay, so both of us finished snooping around. Then she was gonna go, she's like, I will join you in your room in a bit. But then Elizabeth approached and she seemed panicked. So I had a choice between Elizabeth or her. And I had to choose Elizabeth because I felt bad and I was worried something like this would happen. But then stuff resulted. Elizabeth got mad I wasn't drinking alcohol with her, and so I left. And then she got murdered.
I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my question.
So that's kind of what happened.
See you, Louis.
Okay, so that was stuff with Emily. Yeah, she's the one with the white hair and the tattoos. Oh, what's this? But, like, she seemed really panicked about something, so that's why I went with her. But I never figured out what it was she wanted to talk to me about. She sent me away. So, whose room is this? Oh, okay, so is that Napoleon?
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for
it is Napoleon.
That might come in handy.
Yeah, let me just steal his books. Discovered immunity. Oh. So this is Napoleon's room.
The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur.
Okay. Ooh.
It's a beautiful weapon.
Let me take it. Let me take his rapier. Let me take it. Let me take it. I want it. Conviction. Forgive me, I only saw this game once. The names are not my brain. Also, let me see Napoleon. Really want to... There he is, but we'll talk to him shortly.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly.
Yeah, it wasn't Napoleon like really short.
Paoli continues to steer our motherland,
but he was
Corsica,
skilled
toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
I see. Oh wait, that's Napoleon's hat. Let's take it. Mine now.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Yeah, you don't say. He's right over there. What's this? Sir.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Woo! What are you reading? Let's talk to him.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick.
Wait, he's not that short. Very busy. They made him like average size.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed.
And they gave him a horrible hairline.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
Who went?
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Oh.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
Poor soul. He was oh, that's not even short. 5'8" is actually not short at all. That's actually my height. Did anyone leave early?
Did any of you leave during the game?
Not
I thought
that
he was
I
shorter.
know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you.
Okay, interesting. Until what time?
Did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I preferred to go up to bed.
And murder!
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
4'11". Oh my god.
Not in the least. The whole manor.
Yeah, you're short.
Not really. No.
Okay.
Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all. Except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like.
Oh.
But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
Alright. Never mind. Do
As
you
any good soldier would, I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh yeah, we need to figure out who owns the gun.
If you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Okay.
Thank you.
So he's not missing his gun.
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers.
So we gotta figure out whose gun that is. So it doesn't seem to be his unless he's lying about carrying more than one gun. Actually, I want to check out his bedroom area to see if there's anything in here. Ooh. Chess? Who's winning? Actually, I don't even know how to play chess. Why am I bothering to look? For those of you who know chess, who's winning in this game? Okay. Oh wait, there's notes over there.
There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear.
Oh, one
the pistol
holster.
is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
There's one holster, and it's empty.
My dear Napoleon.
My
as
dear
previously agreed,
Napoleon.
I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
Okay, interesting.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs.
So wait, he said it was empty, right? There was no gun there, but that could be the gun he was showing me when I was talking to him, is the thing. So, doesn't really mean anything yet. It could mean anything. Could be his gun, couldn't be. Oh, this guy. That's this guy.
What do you want from me, de Richet?
Exploring a room.
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut
that...
the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
Hi, sir, how are you?
Got anything to tell me?
He's got a honker.
It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
Yeah, this guy's the most suspicious. But I think he's not gonna be the one because he's the most suspicious.
It's never too late, sir. If you have something to say, now.
Exploit his vulnerability.
You don't understand. Everything's already written. It's over.
Why is he behaving like the perfect culprit? What is it that's already written? I'm not sure I follow you.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I don't think it is him because he's too suspicious. And they always...
Pattern with 4 circles.
Pattern with 4 circle. I can't open that right now. Let me take your money! But like... They always do this in mystery games.
By Rubens.
They give you someone who is the most suspicious.
Not that bad.
And it's never them. It's never them, so it's not him. He's the most suspicious. It is not him. What are you burning? I don't know if we shall meet again. At this point, I am a prisoner, snared by my own decision. You must be protected. My future is lost without you. You can still be saved. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil, who I thought I could master. I thought I knew the monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now, I can't see any way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever. Interesting. But I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be him. I mean, it still could be like the case of... Hey, it's his bathtub! His little bathtub. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's much... Or, wait, what's this? 4 circles.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England.
We'll take you
From
to
there,
Dover.
A carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests.
Yeah, because he's acting the most suspicious, so maybe he knows something, but I don't think it's him.
I await your arrival.
Ooh, what's this? Hey, more golden elixir! What's this? Let's take his books.
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
It's mine now. So another vulnerability has been found. Okay, we have the key, so we can try and open that thing. He's like right beside it, but we'll open it anyway. Psst. Don't look this way. Let me open this. Drugs in my territory? No.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage.
Okay.
The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking.
Oh my God,
Some
little
of them still
Pierre.
sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send
So
us
he
more,
sent money
please
to
note
help an
Another
orphanage.
20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough.
Why was that
Long
locked
live the
away?
Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Hi.
All right. Have you finished?
Yeah,
Not
sure.
quite. I'd like
But talk
you
to
to answer a few
me.
questions.
Did you kill her? Do you? Oh.
Let's get right to it. Are you
You just encountered immunity effort. Oh.
Elizabeth Adams' murderer?
That is for you to prove, if I'm not mistaken, boy. You weren't expecting me to do all the legwork for you, were you? Lazy man.
Hey!
I know you were at the scene. We will save a lot of time if you just tell me what happened.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know
Footprints.
nothing at all.
Enlighten me then. For now, I have your footprint in a pool of blood.
That's right. The only thing you can prove is one of my boots was at the scene. Congratulations. You've wrapped up the investigation.
So he was at the scene.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions. You were
Oh yeah,
armed
the
at my
gun!
arrival.
The
Can I see your
gun!
weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself.
Oh, he doesn't have his gun!
I'd like to talk about the letter you're writing. What woman is it addressed to?
Who says it's a woman? I'm not saying any more. There's no point you insisting. All right. Have you finished?
Hey.
Not quite.
So I think I have to get
answer a few
more out of
questions.
him. No, I already talked to him.
Goodbye, sir. We shall meet again.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah, he's a little too suspicious. So he doesn't have his gun. There's a gun on the scene with blood on it. Hasn't been used as the murder weapon. We just saw him arguing with the murder victim the night of, hours before.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
So, like, he's honestly, like, #1 suspect, but, like, it's probably not him. He probably knows something, but I don't think it's him. He's the most suspicious right off the bat, and they would never do that unless they would. Whose room is this?
The Sorrows of Young Werther.
Young
There's a
Werther.
handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever-obedient servant. So, Volner had a relationship with Elizabeth. But that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
Wait, fondness for the occult. That's intriguing.
Table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
The zinc symbol.
Golden elixir.
Probably for a reason.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word
Zinc.
close to the owner's heart.
Hey, I did it! I did it! That was pretty easy. Puzzle, mind you. Mom was gonna be final boss calling it. I mean, she could be. Who knows? I don't know where she is. Oh, this is the guy that was in the hallway acting very sus. So he had a relationship with Elizabeth, the murder victim. Very intriguing.
Fragment of amber. The alchemist is an old man.
Oh, that's Devil's Thorn. We can't pick it up. You know, it's time to talk to him.
What can I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible. Yes. How can I help?
Where were you?
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly.
No, he was the one who was like right beside, like in the hallway watching me. So like, that's very suspicious.
Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she...
Liar!
To tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication, signed by your hand, monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck.
You lied to me. You lied to an investigator.
It has nothing to do with you. Well, continue playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now.
He lied. Did you love her? How long was your last did your relationship last?
I get the impression that your romance was over. Am I right?
Oh!
So? What does it matter to you? I would never have attacked her, if that's what you're insinuating.
Who put an end to the relationship? You or her?
I think it was her.
It was her.
Yep.
It was her. But what does that matter? We both agreed.
Okay, this man's very suspicious.
Exactly how long had you been seeing her?
I have no reason to answer you.
Yeah, you do. There's a murder!
I see. Is that what you want me to tell Lord Mortimer when he asks what I found out?
Literally.
It's only been a few weeks.
Only a few weeks?
You loved her, didn't you?
That is none of your damn business.
Your feelings betray you, sir.
So what? Yes, I loved her, like a moth loves the flame of a candle. That's why we could never be together.
I think I know enough.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
Okay, I gotta restore my effort points. I don't think there was anything else in his room, so we can just leave his room. Okay, so he's very suspicious. Peru was... Okay, actually a lot of people are very suspicious. But 9 stab wounds, definitely a crime of passion. So could very well be him. Very well could be. Oh. Oh, we're back to the murder room. Where's Lord Mortimer? Oh, we didn't look. Oh, wait, no, this is George's room. Yeah, we've been here. We've been here. Okay, so where was Mortimer? Ah! How dare you throw things at me? I'm trying to be a master class detective. Okay, I can't go downstairs. Yeah, we've explored Washington's. We've looked at Adams. Can we look in this room? Have we looked in this room? Yeah, we have. Okay. We've looked in this room. We've already looked in that room. We looked in that room. I've looked in everyone's rooms. Maybe I go to my room? I don't really know. Because I think I've looked in all the rooms. That I can, because there's some that I couldn't. Or maybe we go back to her room? Okay, let's try going into our room. Oh, I can't. Adam's room. Ah! Hi, Fern, how are you? We're doing detective mysteries. Somebody died. We're solving a murder. That's Pelagi's room, which is inaccessible. We can't go in his room. George Washington. Hi, Mr. Ammon. Thank you for the 3 biddies. How are you doing today? We're doing murders and we're doing mysteries. I'm not doing the murdering this time. That's for tomorrow. Tomorrow we get to do the murdering in darkness too. No, I promise it's not just a cover-up. We did not kill this lady with a knife 9 times. Okay, so now that we looked... Oh.
Great. Honey.
Honey? Ow.
Vials of laudanum.
Okay. I think... Do we need to look around her room a little more?
A pistol? Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it...
Yeah, we already looked at the gun.
Right. I shall have to find its owner.
We still need to figure out whose it is. I can't go on the balcony. Am I missing something in here? I've read that. Both of those. Wait, maybe... No. Can I spend my points? Okay, servants. Okay. What am I missing? This?
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
Oh, wait, we have a key. We do now. There's a note.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
Take notes. Serious note. What do I do? What am I missing? I think I talked to everyone. Okay, where's Mortimer? Adam's room, Adam's... What are we missing? We must be missing something. Maybe I need to find a specific thing. Let's look at her corpse again. So maybe I'm missing something on there. Man, finding a murderer's hard. Hard work. How about we...
No wounds, but blood on the right hand.
She,
on the
I
left,
think...
except that tattooed symbol.
I already observed the wrist. So what I think happened, because the gun has blood stains on it, but it wasn't used. I think maybe someone came into her room. No, but he said that she was attacked by...
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax, with a lot of blood. On first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we already... I think we already examined everything there we could on her body. What about the knife?
The blade is short and thin. Well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh.
Handle.
The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood. The murderer gripped the weapon
someone
so
was
tight
holding.
that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint
He or
indicates
she.
a small and slender hand.
Small and slender. Which could be Emily. We already examined her corpse. Stop. Could be my mother, could be Emily, could be both of them, but like that one guy was there during the crime scene because his boot marks were found. What the fuck? What's happening? I don't know what's happening! What the fuck? What the fuck? What happened? What? What did you do to me, Bird? But also thank you for the 500 bits. Oh no. Is my throat thing set up as like bits a little bit? Well, I don't think anything's pop up when Mr. Anna. Well, maybe is it per 100? I don't know. I am confused. Oh, okay, it is! Okay, it seems like per 100 bits it starts throwing a fuck ton of things. What the hell? Let me check something. Let me just put up this screen for now. What the hell? I was so confused. Wait, where? Oh, I understand. I fixed it. I'll fiddle with it later. But I turned it off for now. What the fuck? Fine, Fern, fine. I will re-add it just for you. But I'm changing the amount of things that gets thrown at me. God damn. Oh, I see. The minimum is 100. How about? That scared the shit out of me when you did that. I see, okay. And you can even throw for subs and gift subs and follows and chat messages. Holy shit, okay. There's a lot more than I thought. I'll have to fiddle around with it so we can have some fun stuff be literally thrown at me. Okay, that really scared the shit out of me though. Like, holy shit. I think I fixed it. Oh well, that was fun. So,
Knocked over bottle of wine.
Let me
Poor girl bled.
lick her blood.
Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15.
Wait.
Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
Ooh, what if I missed something in the room where their boots were? I think I did investigate all I was able to in that room. Washington, maybe. Peru. Peru is a little too... No, but like it's not the right type of boot for Washington. Is the thing. I want to go back to Peru's room. Peru's room. Okay, Peru's room's ways away. But I thought I talked to everyone that I could. Peru's room over that way. Because some people's rooms I couldn't even get into. Maybe stuff has changed now that I have a letter? Who knows? Because the most suspicious is Peru. And the guy that she was dating. Oh, I passed his room. Whoopsie! We're gonna go into his room again, because he was pretty suspicious. I want to see if I can get different talking points now, or can discover different things.
Dear Monsieur, I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Oh, the water. I feel like I am missing something. I just don't know what. Let's talk to
All right. Have you finished?
No.
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
No, nothing new
Goodbye,
popped
sir.
up.
We shall meet again.
Probably.
Can I look at his boots? Yep, he does have big feet.
Nice decor for a revolutionary tribunal judge's room.
Like, is there something I missed when I looked around? No. Doesn't look like I did. I couldn't open that. What am I missing? Where's Emily's room? Because it said slender hand. And the only one that has slender hands is Emily. So maybe if I talk to her more, she seems very interesting.
What can I do for you, Louis?
What can you do for me? Dagger.
We found the murder weapon.
What is it?
A dagger, quite slim.
Why are we telling her
Have you found
everything?
its owner?
Not yet. Still searching as it happens. That said, since a blade penetrated the
Yeah,
body
whose
several
owner
times,
is it?
the murderer's hand will have been covered in blood.
You think that's a clue?
The handprint was a very slender hand, Emily. Probably that of a woman.
Do you realize what that means? There are only 3 of us on the island. Bearing in mind that neither my sister nor myself had any reason to set upon the young lady, that means...
I know, Emily.
My mom!
Keep up your courage, Louis. I'm sure there's an explanation. You're bound to shed some light on it
Unless
all.
it is this
What
lady.
you say is true, Emily. I'm less and less enthusiastic about shedding any light on the subject.
Okay, dagger was held by a woman. Cloth in the room was from...
I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
Okay. So now I don't know where to even go. Where's her sister? I can't go downstairs. Okay, she's dead. That's my mom. I don't even know who her sister is. I don't even know what to do! It was held by a woman. Wait. No, that's not possible. I can't enter that guy's room. That's my room. I can't enter that. Yeah, the guy, I can't enter his room. Can't enter that way. It seems more and more likely my mom did it. Can I talk?
President George Washington.
Can I talk to George Washington about the murder weapon? I need to ask.
Greetings, Louis.
Okay, he doesn't know anything.
I shan't keep you any longer, Mr. President.
Feel free, Louis. If there's anything I can do, just ask.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Goodbye! Okay, so I don't think there's anything else we can do with George. So we can leave him. Oh wait, we came from this way. I'm just seeing if I can question anybody about the murder weapon. Because we need to find out whose weapon it is. Because it very well could be my mother who was the murderer. But it could be someone else's weapon. Right? So, that's something to take into account. Whose room was this? Oh, you.
How can I help, monsieur?
Okay.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then
Okay,
take my leave.
I can't ask him
whatever you
anything.
have to do.
I can't ask him anything else. Fuck. What else? Who else? Oh, man. Okay. I can't enter there. Can I go upstairs? Oh, I can! Okay. We can just talk to Mortimer, I guess. I guess this is where he is? Oh, it must be. Oh, no, wait. Yagi!
Your
Loggy.
Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
Okay, at least we can ask
exactly
people
what
questions.
I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
Do you know
Not
why?
to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman who looked a bit lost. But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams?
The plot
But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I
Indeed.
couldn't say, Louis.
Okay, so
But if I
Napoleon
were
was
you,
hanging
my son,
around.
I would talk to Monsieur Perrault. You remember how violently he set the
Yeah, I already
bombs
spoke
at
to him, and
Adams.
he was very
don't
suspicious.
worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Yeah, I don't think it's Piaggi by any means. There's no way he could have overpowered her. He's itty bitty and fragile. You got a bird! It's so cute. Let's talk to Mortimer. Hi. Hello, sir.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
You look a lot like the other guy. I don't know why people say Napoleon was short. The temper tantrum is accurate, though. Remind me.
Will you remind me of the facts we already know about?
Elizabeth Adams was killed last night.
Yes.
But Piaggi was with Holm and I until late at night. As for Bonaparte and Washington, they left us after midnight, both tired.
Mm-hmm. I have clues.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I don't have any evidence conclusive enough to allow me to name the culprit with certitude.
Really? I see. Well, that's your decision, Louis, and I accept it.
Yeah, I don't...
Given the distinguished guests and the sensitive political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my
I
own
don't
way.
have enough to accuse anyone.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
Yeah, that's why... I think she's in hiding.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
The cat. I think she's the cat.
Knowing my mother, she would be the cat.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities and yours in the Golden Order.
I feel she would be the
I thought
cat.
we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I don't think she's the villain. I think she has reason as to why things are like she's doing this.
First. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army.
She's keeping secrets from us,
I took it upon
though.
myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far. Yet he told me that you had spoken and that you hadn't been able to reach an understanding.
That's putting it mildly. Monsieur Bonaparte is one of those guys who only understands people who think like he does.
Ah, I see what you mean. He is indeed rather inflexible when it comes to certain subjects. But I am still of the opinion that you can manage to get along.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Did my mother sell arms, or why help a lieutenant? Why help a
Isn't
lieutenant?
Bonaparte a bit young to deserve so much attention?
Well, you come straight to the point. I like that. Indeed, if you knew just how much you remind me of him. Trust me, I'll wager that Monsieur Napoleon will soon prove himself.
Okay.
I'm working on it, at least. Once this deal was closed,
Like, I don't think she's a villain.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference.
Okay.
It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play. And I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I have no idea where she is.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending?
Shit.
If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over.
Okay.
Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
Looking for a buyer. I have no idea.
Only my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears.
Yeah, explain why
There's
she had
something
one
I still
hand.
don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Maybe she's wary of someone. She might have discovered something. I think she might have
Maybe
discovered
she
something.
found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
Enough about her? What did you speak about
You
together?
seem to know my mother very well, my lord.
I think we need to get
What
on
did
this
you
good
talk
side.
about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we like to share points of view about
practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
My mother must have undoubtedly taken great pleasure in these exchanges. She always was one to appreciate broadening her knowledge. I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them.
Was he dating my mama?
Are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Jean d'Arc? I know nothing.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know.
If I could find her!
I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
You know, like the dead body?
Your mother has been seen once.
Oh?
Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her.
Oh wait, that's where my flesh!
Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on. Emily has a twin sister who knew my mother? What's she playing at, goddammit?
Oh!
My vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother
Yeah, my
shot Emily's
vision!
sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that? Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams,
oh my
it's a
god!
little bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Yeah.
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like
you
to
did happen to think to tell me about this shooting earlier?
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
That's very odd that he didn't bring it up until now.
Just opposite Mortimer's study.
Go to the tower room. The tower room. Mortimer's office. Where's the tower room? The tower room? They're just opposite. Just opposite? Oh, is he talking about my room? Where's the tower room? He said upstairs. Do I go up here again? No, I can't. Okay. Interesting. Okay, can't go that way. It's a tower room, but like, where the frack? I'm just going through possibilities. Maybe Louis' mother is dead and someone is pretending to be her. I don't think so. I think the mom found something. I don't know what, but I think she found something. Which is making her hide and act this way. I don't know what it could be. Where the fuck's this tower room? Where's the tower room? Can't go up there. The tower room. I don't even know where the tower room's supposed to be. No. Okay, I'll just try and go in any room I can at this point. I didn't know Emily had a twin sister. That's very interesting. I knew she had a sister, but twins. Okay, I can't go into my room. Oh, I can't go in there. How do I get to this fucking tower room? Where's the tower room? Oh, I can't go down there. I'm so lost. All it said is go to the tower room. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, it was right beside it. Thank you. Look for clues.
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting.
My mother's handwriting.
We must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword.
Napoleon!
An accomplice here.
Napoleon. Napoleon. It's Napoleon.
Who could she be suspicious of?
I don't know, but Napoleon's her partner.
Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Napoleon is the man she trusts. He had a sword. He's the only one with the sword that I've seen.
Dante's paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors, too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his savior.
Okay, so Napoleon is the one Mama trusts. We must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust my faith in the man with the sword. Unless it's a riddle about a painting. Who knows? Could be about a painting.
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
Ah.
I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor. I'm gonna need something to help me get the key that fell on the floor.
Dang
the door
it!
was closed from the inside. Would Mother have provided something within reach to recover it?
Oh wait, there's something there.
I'm gonna need something to help me get the key that fell on the floor. The door was closed from the inside. Would Mother have provided something within reach to recover it?
I pressed leave! Thank you. There's a key somewhere. Sword! Do I go and get Napoleon's... Wait.
What is this disc?
Take it. Okay. It was referring back to that when I was trying to get... Use disc.
We'll see if it works.
It worked! Very nice.
It's open.
Yeah, I could see it, Louis. Oh. Oh, man, with the sword!
St. Paul painted by Guido Rini.
Man
St.
with
Paul
the
is shown
sword.
holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust.
Man with the sword!
Recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
Book.
So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There
Yeah,
must
I think
be a connection.
so.
A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11.
Okay.
What's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
So we need to find a book.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Rini.
Okay.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Rini.
Guido
Looks like someone
Rini.
touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Oh. Very intriguing.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini.
Okay, we can leave. Oh, here's the book.
The New Testament.
New Testament. So it said something about, what was it?
This book is incredibly precious. I believe this is the book my mother referred to when calling upon the
I
Lord.
think so.
guess I'll just come back later.
Okay, I need to take a look at what the thing is again.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni. So we have the figure 11 twice.
Okay, figure 11 underlined.
And a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking
Pilgrims.
to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean,
okay, so
a
story
connection to
of
figure,
pilgrim.
maybe?
I think it has something to do with this book. Where's the book? There's the book.
I and my father are one.
It said something about 11.
I say then, have they stumbled
Hi,
that they should
King.
fall?
How are you
God
doing?
forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
A note from Mother's.
Ah, I found it.
Pages here. What does it say?
Dear E,
Ooh.
I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where
You
no
just
one will
clocked
find
out?
it.
Hell
It's
yeah.
imperative.
Glad you're
Awaiting your
doing
reply,
well. Welcome
hidden
on in.
behind
We're
the
solving
youngest
mysteries and murder.
What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Okay, so now it's another clue. I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. Another painting, right?
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit.
Oh, it's gonna be behind one of the paintings.
There's something else behind this painting.
Oh, there we
It says,
go.
Half of each group will join the first city of Corinth.
What the hell does that mean?
Huh? Half of each group. Okay, let's observe the painting. Look at the frame.
There's nothing worth noticing here.
Okay, inspect surroundings.
There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all.
Okay. Behind the painting?
It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months.
Okay, the
if not
painting
years.
is... There's nothing interesting with the painting. How about the chest?
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
A sentence in Hebrew? Well, I can't read.
No, nothing of value here.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni.
Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Okay. How about this one?
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust.
Oh, yeah, this is where we got the first clue.
There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how
Yeah,
Paul
we
spoke
already
to
did
his
this.
pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. Now, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle.
Okay, he's the 13th. And we need... youngest. How many are there? Are there paintings around? In this room? Okay, there is.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal. The curtain of his angel is being raised and receives the light from his Savior.
Okay.
This painting has been hanging here for a long time.
Okay, there's nothing interesting about this painting.
My finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number.
Okay,
4.
so 8 and 4. That is good to note.
St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come?
Yeah, that's very interesting. So we got an 8 and a 4. Eight and a 4. Are there any other paintings in here?
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured.
Okay, we already talked to that.
From the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
This one.
The painting looks like it's been taken down.
Yeah, no shit.
But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle? Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting.
Ah,
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
They should add a companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their ranks. I imagine it applies to their code, the one Mother set up with the pilgrims. What's this? A group of pilgrims who Paul was talking to, and now John is telling them prophecies? St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery.
Because he's the youngest.
Hey, wait.
It's
him. He's the youngest
apostle.
Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother.
Yeah, we already solved it.
Just need to know how to recover the answer.
Leave. Okay, so now I got a code. What's this?
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Okay, so now we got a code. Okay, so else do we need to oh. Oh, I thought it was something to stop reading.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Okay.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by
I don't know what to do.
It looks like someone touched this commode recently.
I don't know what
There
to
are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
My brain hurty. My brain hurt. Oh.
There are burnt papers in the
Oh,
chimney.
we already observed this.
There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says we must find a safer way to communicate.
I already know.
Someone's onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here.
I know.
Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part.
I wish you could
sword.
skip
I
dialogue.
recognize her love of riddles there.
Yeah, no. Can't leave the room.
A Greek drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Okay. Pick up the package behind the youngest. I already did.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy
I'll try and do it
of the young
again.
apostle. They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their
Add one
right
to their left,
complete their rank. What does it mean?
3 to the right. I don't know what it means, man. One to their left, 3 to their right. I don't know! I don't know what it means!
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
This?
This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is
I don't
built up on it.
know!
Well, a finger has drawn a number in the
Yeah,
thin layer
it's
of dust.
4.
I can read the number 4.
But like, where do I put these numbers is the thing. That's the thing! Maybe if I observe my surroundings?
There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all.
Yes, that's important.
It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Mm-hmm.
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
I need to figure out the Hebrew. I need to figure out the Hebrew. Maybe I need a book to help decipher Hebrew? Well, that wouldn't make sense, because I don't acquire everything. I don't know! I don't know.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
We don't have the keys. I can't leave the room! I'm too stupid to understand.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command.
Yeah, we already examined
colors
it, but
too.
I thought something
Paul
new
facing
would
an ordeal.
happen.
The curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his savior.
Bro. I'm gonna take a little bathroom break, but I will be right back. We return. Hi, Meg. How are you doing today? We are puzzling it up. We are doing a detective story. We're in detective attire. So the only thing I can think of, the only thing that I haven't looked at is the Bible. There was a lot of verses, so I think we sadly have to look through each one. Because I've looked at that painting, I've looked at that painting, that one, there's the Hebrew writing, but it would be unfair not to be able to complete the puzzle for skills I don't have. So maybe the answer is in here somewhere. I just don't know where, and there's a lot of verses. Maybe it's... So where was the verse that the 11:11 verse? Because I forget. Okay, that's the 11:11 verse. So maybe it's in the same area? I don't know. I'm too stupid for puzzles. Wait a minute. Okay. This is gonna be a wild guess, but I need to find it. Is there one like that? I will be so upset. No? Not in that. Not in that. Wait.
Follow peace
Is it this?
with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord.
Is that the answer? I don't know if it was. Oh, okay. I guess it wasn't it.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Because what did it say for this painting? For the frame.
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen
to the prophecy of the young apostle.
They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
3 to the right. Okay, no, it would have been. What? You know
Wherefore, as by one man, sin
maybe
entered
I'll
into the
find
world,
clues in
and
the
death
rest of
by
this.
sin. And so death passed upon all men, for all have sinned.
Okay, let's read all of the Romans ones.
Wherefore, as by one man, sin entered into the world.
Oh,
and
we
death
already looked
by
at that
sin.
one.
And so death passed upon all men, for all have sinned.
This is the only thing I have left.
There is none that understandeth. There
is none that
seeketh after God.
understandeth. Why does my mom have to be so freaking
For we know that the law
vague?
is spiritual, but
Just
I
tell me
am
the answer.
sold under sin.
Okay, the Romans, so let's check out this.
How shall not the ministration of the Spirit not be more glorious? How shall not the ministration
Oh shit,
of
we
the
already
Spirit
looked at
not be
that.
more glorious? Because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal.
Like I thought I
but
had the
things
answer,
which
but
are not
sadly
seen
I
are
didn't.
eternal. Now I pray to God that ye do no evil.
We're just
Not
gonna
that we
read
should
Bible
appear
verses
approved,
together,
but
guys.
that ye should do that which is
Yee.
honest. For we are as reprobates.
I don't know why I found that funny.
For we are unto God a sweet savor of Christ, in them that are saved, and in them that perish.
Amen. Okay.
For you are bought with a price. Therefore,
maybe it is the answer, but it has to be in a certain area? Maybe?
If we have hope in Christ in this
life
only, we are, of all men, most miserable.
Yeah, follow the clues left by your mother in the Bible. So it is supposed to be in here.
Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded?
Yeah, on the top it's saying the Bible.
Look.
What?
Here's a message.
What?
It is of paramount importance that no one
How
finds
is that
it.
the answer?
Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up.
How?
I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
Okay. How is that the answer? It's paramount important no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And he said 6. So...
And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of
Let's look
wheat
at ones
for a
that
penny,
say 6
and 3 measures
with them.
of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
No. Okay, it's not that. Those don't have 6. That doesn't have a number 6. That is a 6.
For you are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's.
What about this? Oh wait, Mark. Mark. You said Mark, right? Yeah, that's right. What are
Then they
this?
suborned men, which said, we have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against
But there was
God.
nothing with the 6 and the Mark one, but she said following Mark. So it could be
Then
any of
came
these.
together unto
Let's
him
try
the
all of them.
Pharisees, and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem. And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue.
If I'm right,
Jairus
it
by
should
name.
be in here.
And when he saw him, he fell at his feet.
Okay.
And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan.
We have one more to try in the Mark one.
And as they did eat, Jesus took bread, and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them, and said, take, eat. This is my body.
Ew. Okay, so it's not that. Let me consult the notes. I'll follow the first group to Mark. It wasn't... Okay. So it shouldn't be any of these.
Then they suborned men, which said, we have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God.
There's 6. 6. 6. And we already did that verse, and that didn't do anything. 6.
But that which beareth thorns
Thank you
and
for the
briars is
resub,
rejected,
Deadpool.
and
You're
is
the
nigh
stinky
unto
one.
cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message.
Oh, here we go!
There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's say tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the acts counted, he he went back on his tracks.
Huh?
I await your confirmation. To his left.
To his left.
In the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
So, new pilgrims near Paul. New pilgrims near Paul. Where's Paul? Okay, so do you need help? If not, tonight's tomorrow evening. When Paul understood that only X counted, he went back on his tracks. I wait for your confirmation. To his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. To his left. His left. Let me read the message again. So what did we click? Hebrew 6:8. His left. That's not left, that's right. One of these?
Do all things without murmurings and disputes.
This is too big brain for me, I can't!
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
I don't know.
Even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my bonds. And in defense and confirmation of the gospel, ye all are partakers of my grace.
I don't like this puzzle at all. It is hard. I don't know. I really don't know. The fuck? The fuck could it be? Be It could literally be anything. It could be any of these.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E.
Wait, E?
Must leave urgently.
Emily!
But first, I absolutely must.
Wait a minute, Emily!
Watch out for Volner.
She lied to me.
Figured out I was avoiding him.
I think.
Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet.
I think it's Emily.
Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
Yeah, what the fuck does she mean by anything?
I'm guessing it's a metaphor.
Well, yeah.
I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Ah, now we can suss out who murdered. Did I really decipher the message? I honestly couldn't tell. I did not understand my mother's message. Ain't that the truth? Okay, let's do that. A tragic fate, battle hardened. Okay, what is this? Skill point in manipulation. Ooh! Let's go manipulate some people!
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
In the small living room. Oh wait, isn't that where like the guy was gonna beat up that lady?
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
She's dead!
Look, I started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
It must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Go beyond the nightmare! Don't.
If Mother's really killed her sister, I'd better find her by myself.
Yeah.
They say they spent a lot of time together. They got along well.
Oh, really? Do you think your mother liked Duchess Hillsborough?
Of course she did. After all, she's your sister. Well, we'll find them, Emily. Trust me.
So her twin sister's name Emma?
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true,
oh,
she might want
fuck.
to take revenge.
Okay, guys. Should we tell her about my vision of seeing her sister get shot by my mom? Or should we keep quiet? I'm gonna tell her.
Emily, there's something else.
I'll just tell her.
Go on then.
It's about your sister.
I'm honest.
I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
Oh, she was. Oh, okay, God.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can.
Yeah, okay, we chose right.
Mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
Does she know why?
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Louis, but I'll find out. You can count on that.
All right, awesome.
Sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see.
Yeah.
Come, they're waiting for us.
Okay. Very interesting. Wow, really interesting.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know.
Oh, the
One
murder.
piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
Who is it?
Who is this charming character?
Yeah, who is he?
Manuel Godoy, the Duke of La
Oh,
Alcudia.
Godoy!
He's the head of the Spanish government, Monsieur de Richet. He's the one who, in practice, controls Spain.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined.
What?
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before.
How dare they?
Oh dear. Oh, as if it...
Dang!
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous. Bastard. He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360.
Dang!
You beheaded a king for one vote. Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious...
That man looks like he's crying.
Until anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please, let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Oh, shit. Things calm
Gentlemen,
down.
Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
Yeah.
But that's enough, sir.
I mean, he's dead. There's not much you can do about it.
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Yeah.
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting
Who's gonna
will
die
therefore be
next?
able to kick off
There's gonna be another murder, isn't there?
I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here.
Oh,
In the
wait,
meantime,
shit.
I shall leave you to
Shit,
get to know
that's
one another.
right.
When you hear
I
the bell,
left
please
the thing
proceed
of the
to
murder
conclave
in
room
charge to
on my
him.
left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Oh no, he's gonna try and suss us out behind there, isn't he? No! Man,
could you spare a moment, please, sir?
what do you
Glad you
want?
asked. I want to talk to you too.
Of course.
Only
I heard
chance.
about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone.
Yeah.
Let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Hear you speak, it sounds like you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem.
This man just sleeping with
We were
everyone!
even planning to work together.
Oh.
That's what he was getting at.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
Get so mad.
The cat's out of the bag now. More or less, but please do refresh my memory.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in itself. During one of our discussions, she spoke of an old book, which might have been of interest to me.
Oh shit.
And she had agreed to let me have it.
A book about what?
Ancient occultism. As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology. You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
Oh, make him talk about what he's looking for.
As my mother's got so many old books, I'm afraid I won't be able to...
Oh, it's easy. You can't mistake this one.
Oh, wait a minute.
Composed of 7 parts.
A book.
Each one.
She got
is
the lady to
closed
hide a
under
book
lock and
then
key.
killed
It was
her.
made in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently
I'm
tarnished.
onto him now.
If you find it, you mustn't tamper with it. You see?
Very suspicious.
unusual. Unfortunately, that doesn't ring a bell. I'll look again, but I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Okay, this man is
You
very
seem
highly
upset.
suspicious.
Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say?
What can I say? You were very suspect.
It seems to
So
slip
maybe
away at
he
the
is
last
the
minute.
one my mom's
I was
hiding
very
from.
surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchet in Paris. Do you know him?
Indeed. One of your close friends?
No, not really, but we were close once. Precisely over the case that concerns us now, because he claimed to have the book I'm looking for.
Another dishonest person.
Hey, we did it!
What can
We
you say?
did it!
Can't trust anyone these days, huh?
I was so
No.
nervous about losing it.
Can't.
I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Volner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Volner. You're the one who von Burchert was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around
Is that
in
a
this business.
threat?
Let me guess.
Let me guess, and I'm gonna guess wrong.
It's Sir Gregory.
Correct. You ought to know then, he is not a man who likes to be duped.
Ooh.
You are walking on thin ice, sir.
I got it right first try. Nice. All right, let's go. Oh! Okay, because they said we had to gather to find why we were gathered. Right? Wait, is that Washington? Hi, Washington! I need to talk to him.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
What about
Mr.
Godoy?
President,
What do you
about your
think of
counterpart,
him?
Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
Coffee.
I wonder what promise Lord Mortimer could have made to make him agree to come here, given
Yeah.
the circumstances.
Who knows?
Alright, that's good
Thank you
enough.
for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend.
Goodbye, George Washington.
Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea.
Alright.
Thank you once again.
Thank you!
I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, so there's a conference coming up. And I feel like there's gonna be a lot of clues when I'm in there. Why is there butterflies everywhere? Oh, hello.
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to
Okay,
be
this
executed?
episode is way longer than
I
the
would
first.
think that the order would have intervened.
Your Eminence, I'm sorry for King Louis, but he did everything to put himself there.
Louis, how can you say such a thing?
What? What?
Even if France rejects the church, you don't go and behead a person of high
But I'm
status.
sorry!
They always serve our cause better alive than dead.
Okay, bye.
Politically, it's absurd.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
Nightmares imprisoning.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
No.
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk.
Oh?
You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her. And I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence. Oh, I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
Let me whisper this in front of him.
Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son.
All right, let's go look at a painting. Okay, how long does it take to say goodbye? Okay, so we gotta go to his office. Well, that was easy. That was like the second person I talked to about it. Okay. Let's go. Hi, Emily. Bye, Emily. Okay, so where's Mortimer's office? Right here, right? Yeah. Mortimer's studies this way. Okay, here it is. Alright, let's look at the painting, see if we get any clues.
What did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
Is there a door? What do you mean find the nightmare? It's like right here.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. I just need to find out what she meant by go beyond.
Yeah, is there like a secret door?
Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think.
Yes!
There must be a mechanism somewhere.
A mechanism. Please. Take them.
Might come in handy.
What if I just feed them to the bird? Would these kill the bird? I hope not.
A mina bird.
Well, Waldo, is your master good?
Eat. Consume.
Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah?
Oh?
What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here?
Oh, fuck. Alright, goodbye. Enjoy berries, bird. Okay, that's all I could do with the red berries.
Let's take a closer look.
Take it.
Dark chocolate beans. Very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society.
Dark chocolate beans sound good. Can I feed it to you? Wait, is chocolate poisonous to birds? Oh, we'll find out. Ah! Oh my god,
What have I
it
done?
is!
It looks like I've killed him. Oh shit. I better not hang around.
Ah! I killed his bird! Oh my god! I'm so sorry, Waldo! No! I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I thought it was poisonous to bird. I didn't think it was. I didn't know it was the same with I killed his bird. I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer. Ah, I killed the bird for nothing. What the fuck? Oh!
Aha, I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I
I have an idea. There was a 4, there was an 8. There was a 1 and 3. Yeah, and there was an 8, so can I try that?
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
1 on the second roller?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Okay, so now we have to find the code. Okay, is there any numbers in here? Okay, please note that all my part of my private collection are dated according to Freeman's calendar. The time begins in March, not January. About these longitude patterns took delivery of spirit touch steps to better correspond with the actual spirit, true to strong.
No, what have we got here? Oh, it looks like a model of a lock. As if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Okay. So it says something. Wait, no. Okay, I think this has to do with writing in regards to the dates of the paintings that I sent you from your. Please note that all part of my private collections are dated according to Freemason's calendar AL in use at the time. You may as well have guessed you might remember to subtract 4,000 years. You don't want the public to be surprised at the dating of the works. No need to remind you that Freemason year AL begins in March, not January, but long to the liberty to have spear touch it up so better. Actual spear. 4,000. Is there like an artwork in here that's like
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
when is it dated? Something about a spear. One of the paintings, isn't it?
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,000.
You said minus 4,000.
It's a funny date.
So it. Wait. So it would be 1/160 then? $1/160?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
$4,000 years, yeah. Subtracting 4,000 years. I thought that would be the code, unless I looked at it wrong.
William Alexander Mortimer I.
Oh,
the
90.
12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. That's a funny date.
$90, not $60.
Doesn't work, damn it. I
And then-
really thought I was close. 1,190. Isn't the right date when you subtract 4,000? I must have missed a subtlety.
So the second number is... See you, boss! Thank you for the lurk! Okay, so... He thought the same thing. And it said something about... Begins in March, not January. I don't see what that has to do with this.
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190.
12th month
That's a funny date.
Oh, and that starts in March. So I think the first number is a little different.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
I don't know what it could be.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
That would... That's the thing.
Doesn't work, damn it. I really thought I was close. 1,190. Isn't the right date when you subtract 4,000? I must have missed a subtlety.
I think the first and second numbers are right. What am I missing? It's in March, not January. Let me look at the painting again.
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. That's a funny date.
So maybe... Let me try something.
Oh! Open sesame!
Open sesame! Oh my god, I hope this episode's over soon, because god dang. What? What the fuck is this room? Skelly boy.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Mortimer.
Sir, your plans to intervene in Belgium are to go ahead as set down. I am to occupy the Prussian army. Deliver our cannons. King Prussia, really out of Belgium. Quickly prepare for faking Livy's lie, dishonor, really supporting me to intervene. What has he been up to?
Fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Yes. Gil Mortimer's up to some sneaky stuff. Oh, what's this? Let us see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail.
Whoa!
What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where?
And why?
The only clue she's left for Mortimer is his stone sword. It must be intentional.
Graveyard?
Looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue,
Graveyard?
for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Free sword! My dear friend has decided to be able to gather together my friends to sign the agreement you propose. This agreement shall be known as Buttonwood Agreement. If you recall the place we had gathered where you met us for the first time, you will understand why the name was given. Please find enclosed a list of my colleagues. Leonard Bleecker, 16 Wall Street, Hugh Smith, I don't care. Okay, help fight against the Spanish. That's a map! Map of America.
This shows the forces present in America.
Oh. Oh. Uh-huh. The gift has been delivered. It seems my mother...
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore.
Free book!
He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition.
I'm writing a statute straight
until the mind gives
not to
in.
sign the Fugitive Slay Act as it stands. We have slay legislators. Choose their policy regarding slaves. Solve conflict between us. Okay. My hours are numbered. Printing. Confiscated. I am imprisoned for Fortress of Schilberg. Okay. That's a fine map. Hello, Paincubus. How are you?
Shows the forces present in Africa.
We killed a
This is
bird
unexpected activity
by
in this sector.
accident.
It looks like there are also many unknowns, even for Mortimer.
What do you call it? That's a friend. A butt-eye? Oh my god. Get out of here. Lame joke.
It's locked.
Oh no, I'm stuck. I'm stuck! Friend of China, rest assured you'll be rewarded for your information. Oh, okay. What is in here? Oh, dude, he has a cool bone collection. Look at that, I'm jealous.
Look, a pack of tarot.
Tarot?
Cards. Has he been reading the cards?
I love tarot.
Mortimer? That would surprise me.
Read.
It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, Temperance, that announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action.
Emperor.
And in the middle, the Chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success.
Okay.
To the right, the Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I love tarot. Oh my god.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by.
I love him.
Mortimer's given a name to
Wait,
his
where's
anatomy
Gustav's
scope.
hand?
That's morbid. Oh, his right hand is missing.
Yeah, where the fuck is his right hand? As agreed, I'd change your old lock to one of my inventions. Okay, I don't like reading.
Feathers. Pigeon, probably.
Pigeon, probably. What the fuck is this?
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton.
Weird. The animal humani.
Something strange about this table. The Little Surgeon's Perfect Collection.
I don't know. Science! He's a man of science.
Preservation using formaldehyde.
Oh.
Just as disgusting as ever.
You know, I kind of wanted...
3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
Ooh, what's these? Free shit? Dear Lord, reassure that masses... I don't care to read.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible.
A microscope!
Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science.
He likes
Even
his
at the Order,
science.
it took us ages to get one of those.
He likes science. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. Wait, is that a mosquito? Get over here. Die! And yes, Mr. Science, make that Frankenstein wife. I love me some science. Whoa! He does have a bunch of small bones! Jealous. Look at all these skulls. Can I have this room? Like, seriously, can I have this?
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages. An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
Oh my god, is that the mask from JoJo?
Some goat skulls, chicken legs, 3 rusty old nails. They're about to look.
Oh wait, we already looked at the tarot cards!
Has he been reading the cards?
Has he been doing
Mortimer?
tarot?
That would surprise me.
Let's restore points. Leave. He likes tarot, let him be. The tiger is dying. Okay. Go find our mother. I have no idea where she would be. It's a periodic.
Table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy?
Oh my
seems
god.
Like he's interested in everything.
Yeah, he is. So I think we have to look in this room because there's like maps and shit. Ah! That's a map of Europe.
Forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population.
Oh.
All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Okay, okay. We still need to find where my mama would be. So hard. I'm just gonna click on every note and hope something happens.
Weakness of the Human Psyche.
Okay, yeah, we already looked
by
at that.
Guillaume Trimore.
Nani? I am very confused at what you are saying. And then we're trapped in here. I just don't want to read. That's it. That's a lot of reading. There's nothing on the ceiling. Beautiful skylight, though. Can I look? Okay, all we have is... Wait, can we leave this room? Oh, okay, we can.
Oh, shit.
Oh, never mind, we can't. We're stuck. No, I just don't want to read. Okay, find a way out. Well, there was this other door. It's just locked off.
It's locked.
How do I get out of here? What about the freaking ladder? No. How about the fire? Yeah, what if we put numbers back? I don't want to get out of here.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
What? Oh my god, it's almost like they are the same.
Looks like the same as the one on the other side.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. Oh shit, no, that meant to stay 0. It looks like the same on the other side. Like Louis.
Like the same mechanism.
Ah, you're so stupid.
Whoa, whoa. If the grid closes a bit more every time I enter a wrong date, I'd
What?
better not mess up again.
Oh shit.
Working.
Oh no. Are you kidding me? So we could be trapped in here if I get it wrong, is what you're saying. Fuck. What could it be? Ha! Okay, it should be in one of the notes then, right? There's no numbers there. What year does this take place in? I really don't know. I gotta look at every fucking note. Wait. What if the way to get out is to get stuck in? Oh no, but then that man will figure out I killed his bird! He'll figure out I killed his bird. This has numbers. No. Ah! Okay. I don't know what the... I don't know. I don't want that man to figure out I killed his bird.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those.
I don't see anything that will be a code.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Help. I want to get out, but I don't. I have remotely no idea what the number could be. I have no idea. Fuck, I'm gonna get stuck in here, aren't I? Oh no. I don't know. Okay. What if it's the backwards? What if it's the backwards? What if? What if? I don't know. It's the thing. I think we might be... Should I just get myself stuck? But I don't want this man finding out that I'm absolutely demolished his pet bird. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. But I'm tired.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Shut up, Louie. Oh, I only got 2 tries. Ah! Whoa! Hello! Hi, Neo, how are you?
Stuck shit. I'm cornered like a rat.
Well, I say I'm gonna... And here is how I die. What if I'm supposed to get stuck? Look at me. Wait.
Someone's coming.
That's not the guys
Please
whose
don't let it be
office it
Mortimer.
is. It's not Mortimer. That's not Mortimer.
Who is it?
Deliberately avoiding me. 4 years ago, I was his favorite. But nowadays, I have to ask for an audience with his lordship.
Damn it! It's Peru.
Fucking Peru. Help!
Mr. Peru! It's Mr. Deriche. I'm sort of trapped behind this painting.
What are you playing at, goddammit?
Help me out of here, please.
How can I open it?
There's a pedal under Lord Mortimer's desk. Can you see it?
There's no... Hang on.
Oh, is he actually gonna help me?
Good. Now press it.
Yeah. Done.
You should see something resembling a frame with numbers. Yes? You have to turn them to set the combination.
It's this.
1191.
Wow, he's actually helping. I'm surprised.
Well. Poking our nose into Mortimer's little secrets, are we? You do surprise me.
It's not what you're thinking. I'll explain everything.
No, you will not, sir. It has nothing to do with me, and by the way, I never even saw
Oh,
you.
thanks.
So, I'll be on my way now.
Thanks again.
I owe
I'm
you.
indebted to you. I won't forget this.
I owe him.
Goodbye.
Yeah, because he, like, is forgetting for me. Hey, that means the man won't know I killed this bird. I feel so bad about
Wasted
that.
enough time. I better get moving if I want to find my mother.
Find out the origin of the sword. I will.
This painting isn't finished.
How
It
dare.
looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period.
Ah! I'm so sorry! Oh no, is he gonna comment something about his bird being dead? I will be upset. I fed it chocolate! That's how. I didn't know birds could have chocolate. Couldn't have it. I mean, I asked myself that. I'm like, can rats have chocolate?
There's no doubt about it.
I'll find out. And then it
I need
died.
to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Hey.
You're joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them.
Look for Mumsy. Spy. Well, look for my mom.
Well,
Pity, but I've got no time to lose.
I got no time to lose. I got no time to lose. So, the sword. I think it's from outside.
I am sorry, sir, but the conference room is under preparation.
It's the conference room.
And is consequently inaccessible to guests.
Could you perhaps help me?
What can I do for you, sir?
Where did this sword come from?
Where am I
From the
keeping
garden,
it?
Sir. That sword belongs to one of the statues in the garden.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it, sir.
Like, I like how I pull it up. Can you tell me where this sword came from? I pull it out of my ass. Like, is that where I'm keeping it? Like, goddamn. Wait, how do I get outside? I don't think that's a big sword. I don't think that'll fit in my pocket. It's a big sword. Like, where is it? Oh, look how lovely the library is. Okay. Because now I need to go to the garden, right? Yeah, follow the trail. Oh, see ya, Payne. I'm hoping to hopefully finish this episode soon because I really want to do these streams with this game episode through episode, but this one's a lot longer than the first. And I have to go to bed
Lord
soon.
Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
The garden. Wait, I can't go out? How do I get to the garden? There was a question you asked a moment ago? Where? Oh. I don't see the question. Huh? How do I leave this place? I want to go to the garden! I thought this was the entrance. Let me out!
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging room.
Trying to be smooth criminal J-style or mafia style. I'm the world's greatest detective. Okay, how does it expect me to go to the garden if I can't go outside to the garden? Right? Like, hello? Let me outside.
What can I do for you, sir?
Let me into the
I
garden.
am at your service.
Let me
day
into the
and night, sir.
garden.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Oh, well, he doesn't help.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows
What?
of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Indeed, this masterpiece must not become more damaged. Let me have it and I'll take care of it personally. I love antiquarian books.
It bothers me somewhat. It isn't sir's job to take care of it, really.
No, but I would love to. You'll be doing me a favor by letting me have it.
In that case, sir, I shall leave it in your care with pleasure.
Okay.
May I do anything else for sir?
How do I get outside to the garden? Because I can't get out through here. Oh no, that only takes me to here. How do I get to the garden? How do I get to the fucking garden? Okay, I don't know how to do that. How? How does one doth go a garden? How? Oh, wait. Ah! Ah! I see. I'm dumb. I gotta make sure I'm going the right way. I am. Okay. Well, now I know how to get there at least. I was like, how in the fuck are we gonna get to this garden? Please let this be the last part of this episode. Ow! That's rude. I wanna have some cake. Ice cream cake. Oh, there we go. Let's go in the garden.
The sword probably came from this garden, but what could it have been used for?
A statue.
Ariadne.
Ariadne.
In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get through the labyrinth.
Help me through the labyrinth.
Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart.
Observe.
Let's see.
Very sword-shaped. Thrust it in.
What's going to
Wow.
happen if I've got it wrong? Ariadne.
Wait.
Try something else. Ariadne.
Observe.
Let's see.
So what did he say when I put it in? Oh, I
Ariadne.
think we're supposed to find the right statue
Try
and
something else.
stab a statue. You know?
Pasiphae, daughter of Perseus and sister of Circe.
Okay, I want to see.
She married Minos
and became the Queen of Crete.
Notice
She has no cracks.
Okay, so...
Alright, let's continue
that
anyways.
one's fine. I just want to look at all the statues first. Do you have Oh!
Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur.
Do you need the sword?
Looks like a crack has been made on his torso. Theseus.
Okay, it doesn't look like anything happened, so we're taking it back.
Let's try something else instead.
Hi, Straw. How are you? We're stabbing statues. Oh, hello.
Asterion.
Oh.
It is rare to see him like this. In general, he's represented with the head of a bull.
I think we
with
put the
features
sword
of
in
the
him.
Minotaur.
The famous son of Minos and Pasiphae.
This statue has a crack in it.
It has other swords in it. Thrust it in!
We'll soon see.
Oh?
Asterion.
No. Okay, we gotta take the sword back. Alright, we still gotta look around for the right statue. And I'm pretty good, thank you for asking. What about you? You don't have a crack.
The son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, they came unstuck and he fell to his death.
Also, thank you for the
Pity.
gratis snack. There's something
Hey,
different.
There's no crack here. Well, let's keep going.
Okay, so you... God damn it. So it's not him. Who haven't we tried to stab yet? There must be other statues. I've stabbed the ones I've seen. Oh wait, what's this? Hey! Have we tried stabbing that guy? No, we haven't. But there's no cracks
Daedalus.
on him.
He's
Oh, wait.
the architect of the labyrinth. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also the father of Icarus.
Oh. This. Oh wait,
Hey,
no, he does have a
There's
crack.
a crack in this statue, too.
It's just hidden. Stab him. Okay, nothing happened.
Daedalus.
So, sword is mine again.
Alright, let's try again. You never know.
Maybe we have to stab them in a certain order. Or what other statues are there that I missed?
I wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden. Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there.
Wait. What does that say?
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities. It looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath
Oh! I see. What's the
What's
hand?
that? It's like a sort of opening mechanism. Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped. There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs.
Oh, okay, so we have to put the sword in the right...
Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped.
Oh, we already looked at that.
There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong,
It takes my
I'll get
blood
pricked.
if I get it wrong.
Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs.
So... What did this say again?
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
Okay. So I think I have to put it in the right statue. I think I do have to put it in the right statue, and then it'll... There's a few statues I can stab. But... I think that's why I need their mythos.
Ariadne. If I recall the Iliad, Ariadne is none other than the daughter of Minos and Pasiphae. She was in love with Theseus and helped him in his quest to kill the Minotaur in return for a promise of marriage if he defeated the monster. She gave him a reel of thread so that he could find his way back
Mortimer
through the
is the guy who
labyrinth,
owns
which
this
was famous for
mansion.
being unsolvable. But once the beast was slain, the gallant was quick to abandon her on an island. Turns out heroes are not what they once were.
Oh. Oh. I thought my game froze. So, I think we have to find the person that has to do with what my plaque says. There.
Daedalus.
Daedalus.
If I remember rightly, he's the one who built the labyrinth for Minos.
Okay. I feel like he's just very suspicious.
Hey, there's a crack in this statue too. The crack is thin and about as long as a finger.
We'll try him. I think we have to put it in a statue. What does it say?
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
Just to deliver judgment. How about we try it? Like, first try. Time to get stabbed. Probably.
What's wrong? Either I'm imagining things or my hand was
I
pricked.
was stabbed!
It had poison on it. My head. I feel hot.
Wait, what? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Because my stupidity.
Alright, let's try again. You never know.
Dude, there was poison! I can't solve puzzles for shit. Help.
Ariadne.
What if it is her?
Let's see. A crack as long as my finger.
Alright, let's try it. It's fine, I got the negative alterations thing. Wonder how many times I can get it wrong. Well, press it again! I'm gonna get stabbed again, aren't I? Yep. So... Hey, I didn't get poisoned this time. Nice. That's a step up. So it isn't her. And the only other people... I only have 2 other options then.
Ariadne. I'll try something else.
I only have 2 other options then of who I can put the sword into. Because... Yeah. No, wait. I have 3 other options. Oh my god. You?
Minos. Son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her thread.
Okay.
Hey, there's a crack in that statue.
There's a crack in the statue. Give me a second. Need to examine the other guy.
Theseus.
Remember the legend.
I seem to recall he took the decision to confront the Minotaur. He killed the beast, but if it weren't for Ariadne's help, he would have been trapped in that labyrinth forever. In short, yet another hero who wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay. I'm probably being a bit harsh. I mean, we do owe him the foundations of Athens. In other words, the Republic. Render therefore unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Looks like a crack has been made on his torso.
Just stab him. I give up. I'm probably gonna get pricked. Yep, okay. I can't believe everyone has been wrong so far.
Theseus.
What if it has nothing to do with the sword, but like, I think it would.
Let's try something else instead.
Probably the guy with all the swords in him, isn't it?
Asterion. This statue has a crack in it. Right. We'll soon see.
Well, time to find out. Let me get my finger poked. What the fuck? Getting annoyed.
Asterion.
Give me my sword.
Minos. The crack is in the region of the heart.
Okay. Please be right. Why is the music all wow? it's right. Thank God! It took me like 5 billion tries, but we did it. Blood? Hi, Riser. Thank you for the head pats. Oh, and a stretch. And oh my God. You're treating me. This episode's so long. Blood. Hello? What the fuck's happening to my head?
Again?
Oh. Oh no, I'm having a vision. Okay.
You can't be serious, Manuel. You know that's not going to happen.
Shit. What's gonna happen in this vision?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
Oh?
What's going on here?
Help for the homie. Yes.
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Oh?
Obey me. Now get out.
Yeah, whenever he has a vision, he gets a nosebleed.
That's the 3rd time in 3 days.
Ew. So... I don't know what to make of that vision. You just noticed the blood.
Let's see if you're in there, Mother.
Mother, where the fuck did your hand go? Because we saw in the vision she didn't have a hand anymore. Mother!
Bandages? Someone's been patching themselves
My
up.
mother!
Looks like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh? This is silk. She must have used her own clothes.
Oh.
There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her chances. Well, I'd love to tell her to keep hanging in there.
I'd love to tell her.
These bandages are pretty basic. She'll be lucky if she doesn't get an infection.
Catch you later, Neo. What the fuck is this? Mother! Oh wait, no, that's a servant. Did my mom kill them? Oh my god, there's another murder.
Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
Killed the servant. Who is this? Oh, is it another? Oh? Wait, what happened? Into the Lion's Den. Oh, okay, that's episode 2. So we end off by someone finding us looking at a dead servant. A cliffhanger indeed. It seems like this game likes to do that with the episodes. But this is where we're gonna end it. I'm not gonna continue. Okay, so the next is episode 3, and the next time we're gonna play this is next week. And yeah, I think I'm gonna still have it set as a stream, like a episode per stream sort of thing. Because we're getting closer to finding my mom. So yeah, next week we're going to be doing episode 3 to continue this interesting game. So thank you everyone for joining me. We are now gonna find somebody to raid. Night, Missy! Welcome. Thank you for coming by. Let us see who is streaming right now. I am getting tired, so this is definitely the perfect ending point. How about... Ooh, you know who I'm gonna raid? We're gonna raid Chai! It's been a while. I love Chai. Chai's playing some Dead by Daylight right now. So the raid message, as always, is eyeball raid. My most if you're subbed. If not, use whichever you see fit. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for the Darkness 2. That stream might be a little late because it turns out some stuff came up, but I still plan on streaming and I still plan on finishing it tomorrow. But until next time, let's go show Chai some love.